Welcome to our third television show in the month of October 2001. We haven't had great ratings for Nitro and Thunder. This is Showdown Saturday night, and we are going to kick things off with Stacy Keibler retaining the women's title over Daffney. Then we have got a gauntlet set by the Evolution Revolution, and they have set Rick Steiner for challenge of beating DDP, and if he's successful, he can join the stable. Didn't actually give me a decision on what the outcome was, so it'll be interesting to see. Team ECW, Sandman and Dreamer are going to beat Chronic. Interviews, Perfect Event, Chris Candido continuing their feuds with Jindrak O'Hare and LeRoux. That's continuing their feuds respectively. We want them to end really so they can move on to other things and free up a few feud slots. Sting's going to call out Goldberg. He can't accept that he's been beaten for the World Heavyweight Championship, and he wants a last match against Goldberg on Nitro, even though they finished their feud. Road Warriors are going to get their revenge over Totally Buff by beating them. Chavo Guerrero is going to win a three-way match over Liger and Guerrera. A random tag match. We've got Chris Kanyon and Candido. Then they're going to beat Dustin Rhodes and LeRoux. Then we've got a 1-versus-1 angle. A new feud starting, and I think it's going to be a good one. Curt Hennig and Lance Storm. This is going to be our next feud for the US title. And then we have got an Iron Man match to finish off the night to end the feud between Jeff Jarrett and Shane Douglas, and of course Jeff Jarrett is going to win. Very good match quality actually compared to the usual 20-22% we get. Not a bad rating for Daffney and Stacy, and the women's title has gained image. Nash lost overness, Rick Steiner gained overness, so let's have a look at what happens. So Evolution and Revolution are in the ring. Rick Steiner comes out, he challenges Kevin Nash to a match. He refuses and says that before Rick Steiner can get his match, he must prove that he is good enough by defeating DDP in a match. If he can win, then Kevin Nash says he will consider accepting the challenge. Okay, that's not actually how I planned for that to go out, so never mind, but it's at least gives Kevin Nash a little bit of airtime. But Rick Steiner can face DDP next, and then as a result, he can join. If he beats him, he can join for stable. Team ECW Chronic, good little mid-card tag team match there. Double DDT, 1, 2, 3. That's what we like to see. Perfect Event, Chuck Palumbo gained overness from this. Road Warriors Totally Buff, another tag match. Buff Bagwell was sluggish, unfortunately, but a good, decent overall rating. Chris Candido interview, that went down well. And we know these sorts of matches are going to do well. Chavo Guerrero, Juventud Guerrera, and Jushin Thunder Liger. And there we go, swinging DDT. Chavo Guerrero wins that match. Goldberg's in the ring, Sting comes out, challenges him to a match at the next show. Challenge is accepted, 75%. And we really, in particular, for ratings for Thunder are okay, and for ratings for Showdown are good. But we really want for ratings for Nitro, the most prestigious WCW television show. We need the ratings to go up. So Goldberg vs Sting is going to take place. We're going to have Hogan Nash. We're going to have an absolutely stacked card, like pay-per-view worthy. And here's surprisingly, this random tag match, no build-up, has actually got the best rating of the night. Rhodes and LeRoux against Kanyon and Candido. So there we go. Ending up in a brawl to the back. Lance Storm is walking backstage. He's spotted by Hennig, who attacks. They brawl around the arena for a while until Hennig gets a clear upper hand and sends Storm into retreat. 85%, and I'm really pleased with this feud. I think it's going to be a cracker. Jeff Jarrett, Shane Douglas Shane Douglas gained overness from this feud ending. Expected it to get a little bit higher than that, actually. So let's see. Shane Douglas can barely stand. Superplex 1, 2, 3. I didn't even know that was the main move of Jeff Jarrett. I was expecting the stroke. But Jarrett's still in the ring celebrating. Douglas pushes the ref and he gets a little bit of revenge after an overall 72%. A better show than we got on Thunder. Not a bad show. Let's have a look at the aftermath. 0.43, that's quite low. Jarrett like that. Juventud wants to be higher. Juventud Guerrera. He's only just been promoted to mid-card. Well, we can put him up to upper mid-carder. That's fine. But he's certainly not going to be main event. Meeting unhappy workers. Nothing really has changed. Personal assistant. When is this thing going to end, this tour of Japan? I don't know how long they're on tour for, but we're going to try and get for Rock. No, he's still there. Let's go to... In fact, let's see. These other feuds. Those two have just started. Kanyon and Dustin Rhodes. In fact, I've got one feud ready to start. Okay. For feud that is ready to start, now Jarrett is free. For the world title, I will show you exclusively here. Goldberg versus Jeff Jarrett. It seems to be the logical choice. And that is what we're going to get at Halloween Havoc 99 Heat. So here we have 3 new feuds. Goldberg versus Jeff Jarrett. Hulk Hogan versus Kevin Nash. And Curt Hennig versus Lance Storm. Kanyon and Rhodes is ready to end. As is Candido LeRoux. This is going to be an amazing Nitro. That's not ready. Neither's that. So already we've got Goldberg versus Sting on Nitro. Hogan versus Nash. That's 2. Kanyon versus Rhodes, 3. And Candido versus LeRoux, 4. 4 top quality matches. So stay tuned for Nitro. And if this does not get us a higher rating, I do not know what will. So stay tuned and we'll be back soon.